One of the best aspects about WRTI is how easy it is to use. So looking at the website, westerntraining.org, anyone can access it either at home or from one of the centers. Let's take a look. There are two login options, one for new users, one for existing users. And because I'm an existing user, I'm going to start off at the menu. If I were a new user, I would have to go through a registration process that would record what center I was affiliated, and also it would get a knowledge measure of the current law in Pennsylvania for domestic violence and sexual assault, and also some pre-tests on some of the topic areas. As an administrator, I have an administrative page I can log on to. So if I want to add a user, I'm just going to type in their email address here. Click on add a user, and that way when the person tries to log on to the site will recognize them as a user and allow them to go on. I can also, as an administrator, reset the password in case someone has lost their password. And also look at certificates. The staff members and the volunteers have to complete the 80 hours of training prior to working with anyone at any of the centers. They also have to complete a number of hours of training each year to remain certified. So in this case, this user has completed the session 1 on history and philosophy. So the user can print this out for their own files, and then the centers have a copy as well. Looking at the menu, you see you have a lot of different sessions. All of the participating centers contribute at least one session to the video library. So each center took their specialty area, brought their best people, and contributed at least one session to the library. So really easy to use. Looking at session 1, history, before I am permitted to complete the session, I have to take a pretest. So going through, I'm just going to randomly choose answers here. So again, very easy to use. Submitting. Now, in this case, because I have already completed this section is going to allow me to go on to the video. If I were a new user and I could go back over and review that. So I'm looking at the first session. This is an introduction to the history session. As you can see with this particular session, there aren't any handouts. If there were, I could click here to get the handouts for the session. We have it set up so that the user does have to watch the entire video before they can take the post-test. Since I've already gone through this session and completed my certification, I can stop this at any time. So I'm going to return to the menu, go back to the session, and at the point that I finished the video, I would go to the post-test, which isn't showing up here because I've already completed it. So you see post-test completed, so I'm able to access my certificate. And again, I can print that off, return it to either of the centers that I'm affiliated with, and then go back to the menu and choose another session or finish there. That's really it. So very easy to use. I'm finished with my session. Going to log out. So as you can see, the website is really easy to use. Feedback that we've gotten so far has been very positive. So people have found it user-friendly, pretty intuitive, and very simple as far as printing out their certificates and moving on through the sessions.